So, I'm sunburned. You can see Pecha behind me. Um, and it is the very early hours of Monday morning here in Mexico, and I can now officially say that as of 3 hours ago, I am an Ironman. And I have the giant ass piece of bling to prove it. Um, I will faithfully promise that I will do a proper race debrief, not like the not the promise that I made and I didn't follow through with the one for South Africa. But suffice it to say that when you not only does the journey to be able to complete 140.6 miles as an Ironman is an eye-opening physical and emotional journey. The journey to actually complete it is also one hell of an emotional as well as physical journey. You're gonna have to forgive me because I'm so sore right now, so I normally can hold the phone camera for a while, but yeah, totally not happening today. Brief breakdown was the breakfast put on by the hotel was less than what was expected. So my nutrition has been a little bit screwed this week anyway, and that really sort of threw me a little bit. Had some alternatives to sort of give me the carbs that I need, and well, I thought that I need. Actually, I don't. And I realize now that I was a bit short. Went into the water, which was obviously the earlier vlog, which you guys have seen now. After that one, I went into the water. And headed down the swim, headed down to where we did the Dolphin Discovery like earlier in the week. Came out of the water in an hour 20? Hour 20 and change. Which is pretty much spot on to what I predicted. I did bath in the swim. I just had a couple of mouthfuls of seawater, just where I breathed at the wrong time and ended up getting a few mouthfuls of seawater, and it wasn't sitting very well. And I brought up a few things to kind of empty my stomach, so I feel sorry for whoever it was who was swimming behind me in that swim. But yeah, the current was pretty good. I picked there's two currents that run sort of parallel. I picked the wrong one. So I think if I picked the one further out, I probably would have been maybe 5 minutes faster. But you know, still pretty impressed. Pretty happy because I was pretty spot on with what I was predicting for the swim. T1, I made a rookie mistake. I didn't put a towel in my transition bag. So I had no towel to try and dry myself off when I was trying to put on my socks and my cycling shoes and my calf sleeves. So that was challenging and added a few minutes onto my T1 time. But I was on the bike, went out. Now, coach has drilled into me multiple times that if you go hard on the bike, an Ironman, you will then spend 42 kilometers regretting that decision. I went out on the bike, fairly consistent. Turns out that I went a little hard on the bike on the first lap and a half, and the first two laps, and then it bit me in the ass on at the back end of lap 2 and throughout all of lap 3. It absolutely bit me in the ass. So I ended up doing a little bit longer than I wanted on the bike. I did 7:34, I think, on the bike.
1 moment, please.
Yeah, 35 minutes longer than I wanted. I want to sub 7 hours on the bike. But yeah, that was sort of okay. So,
7:34. Yeah.
7:34. So yeah, so about 35 minutes longer than I wanted on the bike. I wanted sub 7 hours on the bike, and literally that boils down to the fact that on my third lap I had to stop 4 times, because my legs were just toast. Like I was absolutely toast. I also left my special needs pickup until lap 3 instead of picking up on lap 2. So I was having trouble staying focused because of my lack of caffeine at breakfast this morning. Anyway, but that was fixed once I got my special needs bag, and I felt good for the last run into town. It wasn't too bad. Anyway, then I went out on the run. So cool story. I've never done a marathon before. The longest I've ever run is 28 kilometers. And a marathon, for those following at home, is 42 kilometers, 42.2 kilometers, or 26.2 miles. So yeah, the longest I had ever run was 28 kilometers, which is about that'd be about 16 miles. It's the longest I've ever run. So it was, and I had a strategy in place, a pretty solid one. But my nutrition from the morning and from the bike was good, but it was starting. It was good. It just wasn't. It was the breakfast nutrition wasn't perfect. Nutrition on the bike was exactly what I planned. Well, no, not exactly what I planned, but it was the secondary plan. Because the main thing I originally planned on hadn't turned up. Anyway, so I'm out on the run. The run strategy was pretty simple. It was run 3Ks and then walk through the aid station, and that was based on the traditional aid stations in Australasian races, which is they're every 3 kilometers or every 2 miles. What was a bit weird or cool, like great but weird about here at Cozumel, was the aid stations were every kilometer. There was an aid station every kilometer. So basically, it was run through two aid stations, not stopping, and then walk through the third. And that's basically how I did the run. I did that up until I hit 22, 23 Ks. And that's where things started falling apart on my run. So what had happened is that I hadn't had my nutrition for the bike and the run is all based around liquids, around fluids. So carbohydrate and sort of protein laced fluids, which is fine. But apparently, my sugar level was actually really pretty good. I had one spike on the ride, which I dealt with. Otherwise, I had fairly consistent, really good numbers actually throughout the whole day. But because of the amount of salt that I'd lost, and I tried replacing it using salt tablets and electrolytes, but it's hard to do that when also balancing your sugars as well. So I ended up losing a bit of salt and a lot of energy, and ended up going down the path of diabetic ketone acidosis, which is not good, because I got to the point where, yes dear, I got to the point where at 24 Ks I started vomiting up fluid. That's a bad sign. And 24 Ks into run, I still had another 18 kilometers to run. I still had another lap and a third to go. So it was rough, the last bit. I tried to keep up with the run walk, sort of finished that second lap with sort of running one aid station, walking, running, instead of running 2, walking 1, it was running 1, walking 1. That lasted for 4 aid stations, and then it was 3 aid stations, and then it was nope, we're walking everyone, which then turned into, when I started my third lap, about a third of the way through the third lap, it turned into I just needed to walk. So very frustrating that my body started telling me when to walk. I did try to keep walking as I could, but I couldn't keep up, and there were several more vomits along the way. So, so a few lessons learned and whatever. But the main thing is that I finished it, and I finished it alive. And it was absolutely amazing. It was such an incredible atmosphere. Like the atmosphere and being able to enjoy it was just so amazing. And it's just like literally the entire island comes out and celebrates, as well as all the athletes and all their families and everything. So it is just an absolutely amazing environment, and just an amazing night, an amazing day. So yeah, I'm still kind of a little on cloud 9 and a little bit delirious about the whole thing. I am starving. I am so hungry. Like, so after I crossed the finish line and it was officially announced that I am an Ironman, I promptly managed to. I got my finisher photo and walked through the arch. Got about 10 meters and promptly passed out. Well, actually, no, I didn't lose consciousness, which was nice. I went down because I was a little bit jelly legs, and they sort of took me through, and they pumped me full of saline and some anti-nausea stuff. So huge thank you to all the volunteers, and especially all the medical crew for helping out. But yes, I am feeling better, but I am starving. I am hungry. But the biggest thank you that I have to say for the entire day is this lovely young lady right here. So April has been my Sherpa. Now apparently this term is not a common term, but it's very much it's a triathlon term, you think?
Yeah, it's creeping into the OCR world, though. I think.
Creeping into the OCR world, but yeah. So for me, it's a triathlete thing. Basically, a Sherpa is someone who, like a Sherpa does when on your hiking tours, is they actually sort of will look after the athlete, make sure that they get to all things on time, make sure they remember to eat and remember to like hydrate and stuff like that. And also then on race day, they have the enviable job of running around trying to see the athlete and take photos, and then trying to help out the athlete afterwards by things like picking up their bike and bringing it back from transition back to the hotel. And I have been so incredibly lucky that April has Sherped for me in South Africa, and she is Sherping here for me in my first Ironman. I am so incredibly lucky and so incredibly grateful that she has done that. So yes, I want to say thank you. But right now we are starving. We have ordered all of the room service, and we're going to have all of the things, and then we're going to run away. But yes, I guess I did get y'all did get a full race report out of me, didn't you? So there you go. It's absolutely amazing. It is awesome. And I will make a video. So I was gutted. So I made another rookie mistake as well. So in the morning I forgot to change my GPS accuracy from like best to moderate, which doesn't really change that much, but it saves about 20% of the battery life. And my watch died at mile 18, and I was devastated. So my Strava will not have my first
Should've got a Garmin.
The ongoing argument between Sunto and Garmin between us continues. So anyway, so yes, I'm devastated that it won't actually show the full run. I'm gonna see if I can figure out a way using Ironman data to actually manipulate it and actually add it in. But anyway, we'll see. Alright guys, thank you very much. Have fun, take care, and we will see you on the next episode. As I said, thank you very much to everyone who supported me, and especially with helping getting Petra repaired. If you still want to donate, you can. The link will be in the description down below. But otherwise, thank you everyone for your support and helping me get to this part where I can actually now call myself an Ironman. You're all amazing. You're all rock. Love you all. Bye!